Welcome to Beaded Doilies by Shell. In this video we are going to be finishing off our video word chart tutorial for the right angle weave. I am using my pattern Bell for this project. Now here you can see row 11 through 12. I have written all are decreasing and the color A is used for the entire of both rows. Normally I would say 11 through 13, but I wanted to show you row 13, which is the last row. If it ever was enough different colors that the last row would need to be written out, a lot of times it will be just all, because the last corner a lot of times is just one color. But should the last row need to be written out, this is how it would look. It would be decreasing, and then it would show 3 colors. It won't matter which side your string is exiting the last bead. You'll just add the 3 colors in the order that they are shown, and then attach your string and secure it, and that will be the last row. So now we are going to bead on the last 3 rows. And here is your piece as of row 10. Now here our string is coming out of our second side bead towards the end of our pattern. We're going to add our first 3 beads. The only color we need is A. And then when you add 3 beads, you go through the bead that your string is exiting. And then we'll go through all 3 beads and the side bead for our next set. And now we are ready to begin adding our row. Our string is coming out of the side bead of the previous row. I'm going to add the next 2 beads. Then we're going to go through the top and side bead. We'll go through just the first bead we added. And now our string is coming out of the top of our current row. We're going to add our next 2 beads. Connect by going through the side and top. Then we'll go through the 2 we added and the next side bead. Now our string is coming out of the side bead of our previous row. We'll add our 2 beads. Go through the top and then the side. Now, when you are working with rows like this and they're decreasing, you know that you have come to the last set when you've entered the second to last side bead. So we are now adding the last set. We need to go through the first. Oops, I made a mistake. Sorry. Want to go through the top. And this is the same. When your string's coming out the side, you know you have come to the last set. When your next side bead is the second to last side bead. So our string's coming out of the top of the current row. We're going to add our 2 beads. And we're going to go through the side and top. And then as our next row is decreasing, we want to go through the second side bead to prepare to add it. That second side bead. And there we're ready for our next row. And with it, our string is coming out of our second side bead away from the end of our row. So we're going to add our 3 beads. And connect. Got a step, and we want to go through that first bead we just added, and we're ready to begin adding our rows. Our sets of beads. So our string is coming out of the top of the current row. I'm going to add our 2 beads. We're going to go through the side and top. Then we'll go through the 2 we added plus the next side bead. And here we are going through the second to last side bead, so we know this will be our last set we are adding. Our string is coming out of the side bead of our previous row. I'm going to add our 2 beads. Go through just the top bead, because remember this is our last set. Just through that top bead. Then we'll go down instead of up and around. We're going to go down and around and come out the second side bead. Down through our previous set. And up through the second side bead, which in this case is the center side bead. And then we will add our last 3 beads and connect them. And we'll go through that bead that our string is coming out of. And there we have our final corner attached. And now we will secure our string. I just go straight in where I'm at and go 3 center beads. So there's 1, 2, 3, and once I've done 3, I turn and head back to my corner. There's 1, 2, 3, and then you just clip off your excess. And there we have our finished piece, Belle. I hope that you enjoyed creating this piece.